Aquarius, welcome. This is your September 2023 reading. I'm sorry I have been off making videos for a while. I had a big move to make, but I am settled in now. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing, hit like and share. If this resonates with you, please claim it down in the comment section below. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords is your main energy. I don't like that for you guys too much. It at least is a swords energy though, an air energy for you guys. But it does talk a lot about mental health issues going on, anxiety, internal struggles, depression, insomnia, sleepless nights, nightmares, things like that going on. So let's see what's going on for you. So it could be something specific keeping you up. I'm not saying that's not a diagnosis. I'm not saying you have, mental health issues, just it's affecting your mental health, okay? The Ten of Wands, talking about stress and burden going on for you guys. The Five of Cups, okay. So some of you are feeling some kind of regret over a loss of something, but that's something I feel like has caused you a lot of stress and burden, but now it is now causing you some anxiety. So there's new messages coming in that have potential. They could be very passionate messages. This could be like I'm getting the feelings like maybe you and somebody broke up, okay, and now there's regret to that, and it's causing you some suffering. You have this Page of Wands here telling me there is potential into it, that there's a new spark, a new message, a new something that may allow things to move forward. Let's see. There could be a new stable opportunity for money or career coming in for you, probably I would say second week in September. So there might be some kind of new money coming in that helps you be able to reach abundance, or possibly a new career opportunity, a new job offer. You have to stand your ground on something. There's some kind of rivalry. With the Seven of Wands, I often feel like it's not a single person with a single person conflict. It's like it makes you feel like it's you against a bunch of people, okay? And you can feel attacked. But the thing is, there's all these wands coming at you in attack, but you're standing on top of this hill. All you do is turn around and walk away from it. Like, you don't have to fight. You do need to stand your ground. Like, you don't have to give in to whatever it is these people want or the situation is, but you don't have to deal with it either. But it is looking like some kind of rivalry of some kind. This could be family, this could be at work, this could be in your personal life. The Four of Cups. You're discontent with something. You're feeling unfulfilled in some way. I always see this as a lack of joy card, okay? It's discontentment and unfulfilled is usually how people describe the card, but it's almost more of like a lack of happiness, a lack of joy. Let's see what's going on with that Four and Five of Cups and this Nine of Swords. That's some heavy energy. The High Priestess. It's telling you to follow your own intuition here. There's something, it might have something to do. Okay, so you have this going this way, okay? You have these new messages coming in, but something you're gonna have to stand your ground on and follow your intuition on. There's a stress and burden, so whatever's caused that stress and burden, same thing, you gotta stand your ground on it, and I feel like these are connected. And it is your fire energy there, so I do feel like that's part of it as well. Page of Cups. And this is coming in as you need to reflect on your own emotions. The pages often bring messages, but they don't always bring, it could be a text message from somebody. It'd be something as simple as that. But a lot of times the pages get their messages through in their own ways. And the Page of Cups gets his messages through here by reflecting on his own emotions, how he really feels. And that time of reflection allows you to really become a little bit more intuitive and find your way, especially with how discontent and this grief that you're feeling. You may really need to take that time to reflect on things. and know what you really feel, what you really want, what is being based off of fear and what is being based off of true feelings, okay? Two of Pentacles. By the end of the month, there's gonna be some balancing out or decision making that you need to do, all right? And I feel like it's about pulling this all back together so you can feel good again. You do have this new opportunity, though, too, that you could be fluctuating on, do I take it, do I not? But I do feel it has more to do with trying to balance things out in a way where you can feel good. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for you. Four of Swords. Take some time for self-care and self-love. And again, this is another card where it tells me it's time to reflect on your own emotions. Only on this one, it's your own thoughts. So you have reflect on your own thoughts and reflect on your own emotions. Take that time within to really know what it is you want because of this Eight of Swords, which is self-imposed imprisonment in your own mind. You got that 8 and 9, which is a lot of mental anguish. All right, let's get some clarity here. Nine of Swords, please. The Wheel. That's because you're at a turning point, okay? So this turning point is a good thing, all right? So this month looks like a turning point for you on something that's been causing you a lot of suffering. The Wheel is great because when that turning point hits, yeah, there could be some big changes going on, but it's taking you to a time of good fortune. Things are turning in your favor, not against you, okay? Ten of Wands. Sorry about that. You have the Magician here that wants to pop out. So this might be a time to manifest, especially with the Wheel, but I'm going to put that back in the deck. Ten of Wands, please. The Empress. So, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stress and burden into you trying to birth in a new reality for yourself. I mean, that's kind of what it really feels like here. That there's things you're going to need to stand your ground on, some hurt and pain, and that you're going to have to overcome, some mental anguish. But I feel like you're doing it because you're trying to birth in a new life for yourself, a new reality for yourself, a new way of being, okay? And the Empress is, you couldn't get a better card for that than the Empress. Okay, Five of Cups, please. The Six of Pentacles. You have a lot of loss and grief over something that did not have an equal exchange of energy, okay? So whatever you put in, you weren't getting out, okay? So, or there was something that you wanted and you kept putting in for it, but you weren't getting it back out of that. This is most likely a relationship. It could be anything. This could be a friendship. I am not seeing anything that necessarily says this has to be romantic, okay? This could be a friend. This could be a family member, a partner. This could be a child, even with these pages coming out, okay? But it also kind of indicates to me that you want that, all right? That you're trying to birth in a reality where there is equal give and take in your life, whether that be in your career, with friends, with family, with a partnership, with your children. It does look like you want that equal give and take, because without it, you're experiencing some loss and grief here. Okay, these are my two cards where I feel like groups are involved, okay? The Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands, where I feel like Five of Pentacles sometimes too can indicate that. But I do feel for you that there is a group involved in this situation. I can't quite clearly make out who yet, but there's some kind of messages from somebody in this group where you have possibly felt attacked before, okay? But there could be new messages coming in, maybe for the potential to resolve that conflict, okay? Okay, and there's that Magician card again. You're manifesting in some kind of abundance, all right? You're looking for money during this month, or you're looking for abundance in some way. And I do feel like there is a new opportunity for that, and you're manifesting that in. So Just remember, with manifesting, though, there's also the law of action. You have to take action. The seed can present itself, but it's not going to plant itself and it's not going to grow itself, okay? So once this opportunity shows up, it is up to your decisions to actually manifest it into reality. And you have this Emperor energy, Empress energy, that's very, very capable of doing that. So once this opportunity comes in, because of the stress and burden, you know, with this Empress, she can take that opportunity and she can birth it into something beautiful. Okay, 7 of Wands, please. The Knight of Swords. It's time for lifestyle changes. You're heading to lifestyle changes. You're trying to make lifestyle changes, and somehow this is causing some kind of rivalry. This has something to do with lifestyle, okay? We have that 5 of Swords and 7 of Wands, which together, especially with both of them showing up, I feel like this has to do with a group of people. And it has something to do with lifestyle changes and potential, okay, of something new. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, please. The 8 of Swords. Okay, so we're back to that 8 of Swords, which is, I'm sorry, but this is self-imposed imprisonment, okay? This isn't because of this rivalry or this conflict you're having with, I would say, 2 or more people, okay? This is your own imprisonment, okay? So what's keeping you discontent and unfulfilled is going to require you to get out of your own way. It's going to require you to get out of your own head and look at things a little bit differently, because you're right now, you're kind of lackluster. You're not enjoying life. You're not feeling that sense of enjoyment or happiness, and that's because you're stuck up in your own thoughts, in your own mind. I like this better in a different card. I actually want to pull that out for you, because I don't feel like this represents either the 8 of Swords that came out as the best representation of the 8 of Swords. So I just want to pull this out for you, because the image is just kind of popping in my head for you from this deck, which I think it has a beautiful representation of the 8 of Swords. But it's like, and we all do it. We get stuck up in our own heads. We start going through these thought loops that, really just kind of take us over in our own minds, and it can create a lack of joy and happiness, because we are we're just really stuck in that loop right here. Okay, so you see, she's actually completely free. There's nothing on her. But when she looks in this mirror, there's these birds. She's got this blindfold on, and these birds are tying her all up, and she's all tied up in these thoughts. And yet, when she's sitting here, there's actually nothing really happening to her. But this is how she feels. This is her reflection of herself, and it can be very consuming. All right, so it's very important when we get into that frame of mind that we're able to get ourselves out of that frame of mind. And, you know, that could have something to do with standing your ground, or these lifestyle changes, looking for equal give and take. If you want to keep putting into something and that person is not putting it back out to you, that's not going to be healthy, okay? And it can get you caught up in these thought loops. Sorry. Okay. High Priestess, please. High Priestess. Okay, got a side note coming out here. The Queen of Swords and the Emperor. This could indicate an Aries or a Libra. And as far as other signs that you have going on here, you don't have too many major arcanas here. So, this could be a Libra, and this could be, it could be a sign for you as well. It is an air sign. This could have something to do with an Aries. I am picking up Aries for some of you. And this is another Libra card here as well. But it's like you have to make that decision to boss up and own your life. I feel like that's what the side note is telling you here. The Queen of Swords, she's very good at making decisions. She will cut people out if she needs to. She faces her truth. She speaks her truth. So I think it's asking you, listen, you need to face the truth right now, and you need to use that air energy to do it. All right, you need to be very wise. She's not mean, she's not cruel, but she's very honest with herself. and especially in her decisions. When you do that, you're going to boss up. You got that emperor and empress here. You're kind of going to boss up and own your life here. Once you make the clear decisions of what you want and where you want to head, you can create that new reality by bossing up. Okay. High Priestess. Seven of Cups and King of Wands. I just saw this in one of the other readings. I think this was either in the Libra reading, and you do have Libra coming out, or it was in the Gemini reading. But this is talking about a time of confusion and not knowing what's in your cups, which cups are good for you. It's like all these cups are being offered to you. You have them in your life, but you're not even sure what's in your cups. Is it something good or is it something bad? How do I know? Okay. And how do I know which cups to keep and which ones to get rid of? And I think the answer to that is back here in your reading of which cups are giving back to you. Okay. Which cups are going to give to you something good so you don't have to feel this grief or this unfulfillment anymore, these conflicts. Okay. And again, with this King of Wands, this could again indicate an Aries, but it can also indicate that it's time to boss up here and make some decisions. And he's fearless and bold in his decision making. Okay, and you really got to trust your intuition on this. And I feel like you are a fearless and bold person most of the time, but you're kind of stuck up in your own head right now. Okay, Page of Cups. Page of Swords. This is the third page. Might be children involved in the situation that you're dealing with just because of all these pages coming out. But like I said, each page has something to teach us. Okay, they bring messages that help us. With the Page of Swords, you know, it can talk about needing to learn something, really needing to investigate a situation and put a lot of thought into it before making a decision. And again, I feel like you're going to have to use your head and your heart. Reflection and thought. Investigation. Really look at it and make sure that you're seeing the reality of the situation, because with this 8 and 9 of Swords, you may not be seeing things correctly. Okay? And this happens to people sometimes. They really get caught up in these cycles and they're not seeing things right. Okay? Two of Discs. The Page of Cups back to here. This, okay, so when you do this reflecting here, you're gonna have to figure out how to balance things out. You're gonna have to reflect on this. How am I gonna balance everything out? How am I gonna make a decision? Okay, you're gonna make it by reflecting. Okay, using these pages. You need the messages coming in that are supposed to be coming in for you. And, you know, we could do another reading and I could tell you what messages, but ultimately this is your path to grow and learn. So it's your reflection that's important during this time. And it's your thoughts and investigative work that's important at this time. Okay, and it's your passion and potential that's important at this time. The Star card. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you don't see coming is the healing and hope you want. You're going to find your direction. The Star comes out a lot for me, letting me know that people are going to find their direction, where they want to head, where they want to go, what's going to be something good. But it's always, when the Star card shows up, that direction is in your right direction. It's in your best interest, okay? And it can also talk about wishes coming true and a bunch of other things. But in this reading, I do feel like it's talking about you're going to find your direction. Don't worry, okay? Just do that reflecting. Let's get your best actions to take. And what do I cards do I want to use? I think I want to use these ones. Best actions, Aquarius. The Two of Wands. Yeah, you got to choose your path. When the Two of Wands comes up, it's telling you you have to choose a path. You can't take both paths. And that might be what that Two of Discs is kind of saying here too. You may be trying to balance out two things, but you can't because you have to choose the path, all right? And you're going to have to reflect on that. Do some reflecting until you can see the two paths clearly. because in another deck, it's a man with a walking stick in each hand, and he can only take one walking stick to walk with. He has to let the other one go, and once you let that other path go, you got to dedicate yourself to the path that you truly want. So it's like coming to a crossroads in life. The Ten of Stars. You're looking to build your legacy here, and it's time to build your legacy here, to build the life that you want, the family you want, the career you want, the abundance you want. It is time to create that, and then one of these paths will take you to that, okay? It's usually the new path that presents itself, that, and you do have this new opportunity, okay? Usually it's the new path that's going to help you, because the old path clearly wasn't working. And these two came out together. Again, that new opportunity and the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords, he makes decisions. He can be a bit ruthless, but he makes clear, decisive decisions. And it's about this new opportunity, okay? But I really do feel like you guys really are at a turning point, and that's what's got you caught up in your head, is trying to figure out, how do I make this turn? What turn do I want to make, okay? Nine of Wands, it's time for recovery, all right? This is my Wounded Warrior card. It is a recovery card. You could be talking about recovery of your finances, recovery after a difficult relationship, recovery after the loss of somebody, recovery as in addiction, or recovering physically from an illness. But it also talks about knowing your boundaries, knowing your lines, and how to put them up. Let's get you some oracle cards. Envy. So either somebody's envying you, or you may be feeling a little bit envious of somebody else. And that might be holding you up too. That could be causing some of this, all right? Some loss or grief or conflict or something going on. May have something to do with envy, all right? And if there's somebody who's causing conflict because they envy you or they're jealous of you, that might be someone that you don't really want in your life. The thinking woman. Yeah, again, you got to put some thought into it. Or there might be somebody in your life that you can go to who thinks a lot, okay? Like she puts a lot of thought into things. But I feel like that's representing you. Like you're going to need to put that thought in during this time, or be very thoughtful. Angel of Love. There could be new love entering, or this could be a situation where you really love somebody. Yeah, door to personal happiness and healing. But it's up to you to open the door and walk through it, okay? And you guys are doing a great job. Like through this month, everything's going to evolve, and you can see that wheel in play. This mental suffering that you're experiencing at the beginning of the month, it's not going to play through to the end of the month. It's going to come down to intuition and reflection and decision making, okay? Romantic partner, so this may have to do with a romantic partner for you, because you got two of them. So for some of you, this is definitely a romantic partner, or it could be a new person showing up, could be a new romantic partner, but that's not how it's coming through to me. Beauty. Either you are quite beautiful, or maybe this romantic partner is, okay? Vacation. For those of you who could who have the means to, this might be a good time to take a reprieve, a vacation of some kind away from work. If you have the time to take off. I know economically speaking that isn't necessarily possible, but if you can take that time, maybe especially with this discontentness that you've been feeling, and take that vacation time to really enjoy something, whatever that happens to be for you. It may help some, okay? Body movement. Make sure to keep moving. I'd like to get you an animal advice card before we close out this reading. Animal advice, please. Raven, shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Yeah, and I do feel like that is a big part for you guys during this, is knowing your own personal power and how that creates your life and your world, okay? So if you don't know much about that, you know, do some looking into it. All right. It's been wonderful to do this reading for you guys. Aquarius, you are always wonderful to read for, and you always have so much energy that's quite strong going on. I do hope that this finds you well, and until we meet again,